Hey everyone, welcome to a random video. This is the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It was released August 18th, and I'm trying to see if my computer can handle this game at ultra settings, which is the highest resolution you can get from the game. And I'm also trying to record on OBS at the same time, so it's going to be a stress on my computer, and we'll see if we can handle it. If so, I'll post this up to YouTube, and you guys can tell me what it looks like. I think I've got all the settings I need to output to 1080p on YouTube. I'd be surprised if everything I do here actually works. And so let's get into this. I'm in free flight mode right now. I am on my way from McCarron Airport to Area 51. I've never been there. Most of you probably haven't been there. And I'm going to take myself a little cadet out to... There's plenty of planes in this game. There's going to be a lot more. In fact, yeah, the cadet, well, maybe the Cessna. It looks like it's a little faster. I'll jump in the blue Cessna. You know, take the old private jet out for a spin, get the dust off it. So they've got all the way up to 747s. There's a 320 in here, I believe, an A320, 747, 787, a biplane. There's going to be helicopters. They're adding helicopters later. They add planes as you go. You'll get plenty of airliners and liveries and all that. Everything here is downloaded from Bing Maps. So all the geography and all the terrain and all the buildings and all the lakes and everything that you see should be 100% accurate. You know, I'm not thinking the buildings are going to be 100% accurate, but they'll be there. The landmarks will be there. The lakes, the rivers, the trucks on the freeways themselves. I want to do a quick flyby of the Strip, and then I'd like to take off on my way to Groom Lake and see if we can find some aliens or something, or maybe I'll get shot down. Who knows? But let's go fly. Ready to fly, and we are in the cockpit. Now, I am using a flight stick. I don't have the yoke, which I'm planning on getting a yoke where you can actually, it looks like the steering wheel. It bolts to your coffee table or whatever table you want to use. It bolts to your table and it pulls in and pulls out. And I want to get one, but right now I'm using a flight stick. It's a Logitech 3D Extreme. It's about 10 years old. I used to use it on the old flight simulator, and it works fairly well. It's just a one-handed stick with a hi-hat. You can look out the windows, look behind you. It's got about 20 buttons on it. You can check out different views. You can look around the cockpit. If anybody's familiar with this airplane out there, you might recognize what this is supposed to be exactly the way the planes, they did. I've watched some videos on how they made this game. It's amazing what they've done with actual sounds from every aircraft. They've really put some work into this. Again, I'm not a pilot. I don't want to be, and you don't want to be in the seat next to me if I'm in the driver's seat of any airplane. Trust me. This is why I fly in simulators. I fly things that can't kill me, like drones and simulators. So let's take a look outside, make sure we've got some flaps. We've got to have flaps for takeoff. And that looks good. All right. Back in the cockpit for a more realistic experience. Engines at full. And we're moving. Let's back off a little bit. Oh, there's a plane landing right next to it. Southwest Airlines. See, I didn't even check to see if we were clear. In fact, I've got the radio turned down a little bit. I'll hear, I guess, when they say something. Anyway, we're doing about 150 knots. Starting to come off of the center line. Anyway, let's get up in the air. Flaps up. Make sure our flaps are up. Put our feet up. There we go. Wheels up. Let's take a trip over the strip. I'm going to keep the camera view outside the aircraft so we can see the most detail. There's your strip. I can see New York, New York. I wish I was in a slower plane. There's Circus Circus. Look at the detail. I can see the wind tower. There's Trump Tower down there. This plane hauls ass.
Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear.
Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
Let's haul ass over to where we're supposed to go. You can see down here, there's an arrow. We need to keep that arrow pointing up to get to our destination, which is, of course, Area 51. We'll be climbing, where are we? Our airspeed is almost in the red. Jesus Christ. We're climbing and overclocking our... we're at 8,000, 9,000 feet already. Holy smokes. This thing hauls ass. What I like about this game is they keep the telemetry on the screen when you're outside the plane like this. The old simulator, you had to keep jumping back into the cockpit so you could read your tools there. But this game, when you jump out of the cockpit, all your telemetry is up on the screen. That's kind of cool. Engines, drop those back a little bit. We are overspeeding. I'm going to see if I can keep it between 10 and 15,000 feet. This plane climbs exceedingly fast for only being 1/3 power. Alright, let's see if we can keep it around 11,000 feet. I might speed this up because there's not a lot to see from this high of an altitude. I just want to see if, like I say, if I can record and play this game on ultra settings. I don't see any hiccups. I don't see a lot of frame drops at all. So far, so smooth. If anybody out there has been to Groom Lake, let me know if this looks familiar to you. I'm not familiar with this neck of the woods, so I can't tell you if it looks pretty though. My God, does it look pretty. And I'll probably fast forward this spot until we come in for a landing at Groom Lake. If there's a company out there that could make a way to make a forest fire or buildings on fire or something where we had to airdrop water or fire retardant, that would be kind of cool. If they could add missions that do something like that. They do have missions here. There's landing your aircraft at one of the hardest landing spots in the world. I think it's coachable. There's a challenge right now. You get ranked on a leaderboard. It's not just a flight simulator. It is there's a whole bunch of things. There's missions, there's challenges, there's all kinds of things, and you'll get ranked on a leaderboard throughout the world depending on how soft you land, how far away from the landing spot they want you to land at, how far away you land matters, how far you deviate from the center line in the runway. And it's just, there's so much to this. In fact, let's jump back into the cockpit. The only thing I don't know is how far we are from the airport. Oh, we are off a little bit. Yeah, there's the runway up ahead. That's where I want to go. Let's back off the thrust a little bit. Runway is in sight. I think we should lower our flaps. Let's make sure they are working. Flaps at 1. Of course, we're going to gain altitude because we pulled our flaps down, dropped the throttle just a little there. And we should come crashing out of the sky. Alright, let's get back in the cockpit. See if we can't bring this thing down under 10,000 feet, for God's sakes.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Come on,
Landing
where is
gear.
it?
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Uh-oh,
Landing
I'm
gear.
stalling.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Woo!
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing
I need
gear.
my landing gear.
Landing gear. Landing
Landing gear, come on.
Landing gear.
There they go. Alright, thank God. Back in the cockpit. This is not going to be pretty, folks. Flaps at full. Losing knots. I want to be about 130 over the runway. Oh my God. Good thing I'm using the long runway. Alright, let's level off here at 138 knots. We're not even lined up with the runway. Okay. Alright, ease it on in there, fella. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, why are we going up? Oh my God. We're not, oh! That was bad. That was bad. Wow. You would have thrown up if you were in there with me. Brakes. Oh, brakes are right there. Oh, there's the brakes. Brakes. See, I don't know where the speed brakes are. Let's put the flaps back up. Welcome to Groom Lake. Let's go take a look at these buildings. I don't see any alien vehicles. I wonder if I can just cut across the grass. Because I don't see any way to cut across. Yeah, let's just go across the field here. I'm sure cutting across the grass like this is perfectly legal. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of buildings. The ground crew. Welcome to Area 51, guys. I will catch you next time.